clever scoundrel.
This hand horner is a tactical expert, and they are sending their 5 assault galleons towards this pirate ship. And notice the time here, this is the 14-minute mark, and hand horner only has the 5 assault galleons as their primary unit composition. These things are the strike fire platforms, in case you were wondering. So now the pirate ship decides to do a bit of a bombing run, a little bit too close for comfort, and hand horner's assault galleons do get caught by the EMP and take a little bit of damage. So there is a little bit of micro out of the way, and unfortunately hand horner decides, no, you know what, I'm just going to stay over here, and now there is another bombing run. But nice dodge there, hand horner. Now these galleons are actually in the red, and they get caught out by the EMP again. They're unable to move back, and one of these galleons will end up getting destroyed by this pirate ship. There's another one over here as well, and this might also get picked off. And now there were 3. Another EMP comes out, but again there is a dodge on that side, and unfortunately these 2 are out of range of the pirate ship's attack, so one of those galleons does take the full brunt of the hit over there, and that also ends up getting destroyed by the pirate ship. Now there are 2 left. One gets caught out by the EMP in the same way as well. This one gets out of the way. This one gets focus fired down now and ends up getting destroyed. Now there is an emergency warp drop of these Asteria raids. So 2 raids now. We have 2 raids and 1 assault galleon that is out there. And this pirate ship is still standing strong against the forces that are here. A little bit of a micro out of the way for these raids, but unfortunately the assault galleon also gets caught. Ends up getting picked off by the pirate ship, and now all that is left are 2 wraiths that are trying to kill off this pirate ship. Another EMP goes down, gets these wraiths out of cloak, and the pirate ship starts to attack them. But unfortunately, the pirate ship is not a detector, so eventually it will get picked off and finally destroyed after the loss of 5 assault galleons. Tychus is getting ready to save Orana's transport, which is in the process of being attacked right now. So he has Tychus, he has Rattlesnake, and he has Sirius out, and he is just currently waiting for the transport to take a little bit of damage before he starts to push through. And now he's pushing in with Rattlesnake. Still no Revitalizer down for Rattlesnake over here, and Tychus is taking a little bit of scary damage, but he seems to be okay. And Nicara joins into the mix now and keeping Tychus alive over here. And Rattlesnake taking a little bit more damage from these Immortals, but Nicara is there to save the day. Rattlesnake almost dying there to the barrage of Immortal Fire, but he's all okay now. And Nicara is healing Rattlesnake and Tychus for this phase of the mission. So Tychus and Rattlesnake will be healed up by Nicara in the process, and now we have the first harass wave that is coming up here for that will be targeting Orana's transport. Phoenix is in position. Tychus is a little bit out of range, and he's not really interested in helping his ally deal with this small attack wave that is here. And again, there is another harass wave that's coming up now, and now the first suppression tower has spawned. I'm not sure if Tychus has noticed it or no. Okay, so he has noticed this harass wave. Does use Tychus to start clearing out this, and now he'll have to start pushing in with his army of outlaws. Nicara leads the charge over here and gets focus fired down by a bunch of zealots and the hybrid, and ends up going and running to her demise. Then down goes Tychus, and now there is a focus on Rattlesnake and on Sirius now, and Sirius also gets completely wiped there, and that is Tychus's outlaws dropping like flies. Zune over here is a little bit bored, so Zeratul has been killing a lot of the enemy units here, so Zune is just hanging around with a bunch of Void Rays, and because Void Rays have a little bit of a lower mobility than Zeratul, it takes them a while to be able to intercept attack waves. So over here we have Zeratul moving to deal with this next attack wave. Warzone, on the other hand, has decided to just wait for the next train to spawn. So she is going to just be hanging around with a bunch of Void Rays, just have some fun with the Void Rays and clump them up all nice and together. And do note the enemy composition here is a Shadow Tech, and you can probably see what is coming your way. So these Void Rays are all nicely clumped up, very huddled up together, and they're pretty much all sitting on the same spot. And now the next train will be spawning in just a little bit with all these Void Rays very nicely clumped up there, not being a very prime target for any potential thing that could be Terran. And you can see here all these Void Rays all clumped up now, And now the next attack wave has spawned. Unfortunately, there is a Raven that has spawned from the top there, and a Seeker Missile on these Void Rays, and there is no split. And all these Void Rays now are in the red. These Void Rays have all been bruised from the previous engagement, and now there is an attack wave that is coming up over here. There is a Raven, but the Raven has no energy, and a Liberators deal a little bit of damage, ends up taking out a few more of these Void Rays over here. And now Warzone is going to go and engage this next attack wave, and a few more Liberator shots, and one Secret Missile down onto this set of Void Rays, and that is instantly 10 Void Rays, and another 3 more Void Rays, and another 9 more Void Rays, and there is another Secret Missile here, still no splits, and we only have now 2 Void Rays left in total. Warzone has lost a total of 41 Void Rays in the span of a few seconds. This Raynor has decided to go for a mass battlecruiser build against a Sky Protoss composition, which has a lot of anti-air. So these first of the double train waves have spawned, and as everybody knows with this mission, it spawns a very strong attack wave. There is a tactical jump 3 inches forward on these battlecruisers, and now they are fully engaging and facing the wrath of Amon's army, and there are a lot of scouts and a lot of carriers, and as a result, a total of 5 battlecruisers have gone down, and 6 battlecruisers now have fallen to that enemy force here, and this one actually might end up getting picked off as well, but some of the medics do get left behind, combined with Zeratul's Royal Legion has actually pulled that the set of carriers off Raynor's army. So right now, he has 2 battlecruisers left, I believe. Yes, he has 2 battlecruisers left and a few of the air units on this side. But unfortunately, these carriers have not been cleaned up yet by the Royal Legion, and they will be moving out of range over here. And now, these carriers are going to start re-engaging Raynor's army, because Raynor was not actually moving them out of the way, and hasn't actually dealt with some of the ground forces here as well. So now these carriers are very mad, and they are going to make their way towards Raynor's army to exact the revenge for their fallen brothers and sisters. So their 2 observers are making their way over here, but there should be a bunch of carriers that will be coming up now. Raynor is starting to replenish his army, but that is a bit of a problem because he doesn't have enough time to do so. There are a few Yamato cannons onto these carriers, but there's no focus fire onto these carriers, so one of these, they both get dropped down to 50% HP. But Raynor has been able to handle this. He does a scan as well, gets rid of these observers, and now there's another attack wave on this side. And this is the Royal Legion, unfortunately, may not be enough to deal with the force that they are going to be up against, because there are a lot of carriers here, and the carriers actually mess with the Royal Legion AI. So this Royal Legion is going to go down, and now Raynor's army is left standing by himself, and he realizes, oh, I should probably run away. And he does try to do so, but not before one more of his battlecruisers end up going down. And now there are a bunch of scouts and a bunch of carriers that are making their way. There is a tactical jump behind. He tries to jump behind his line of Marines over here, and these Marines are just trying to stall. These Marines stand no chance against the onslaught of carriers that are coming his way, and now these battlecruisers have to go and deal with these things. There is a decent focus fire on these battlecruiser Yamato cannons on taking out some of these carriers, but now he drops a Banshee airstrike to try and deal with an air composition. Unfortunately, Banshees don't really have a very strong anti-air damage, so now these battlecruisers are just all standing here, and they're going to get picked off slowly to the amount of damage these interceptors are doing. I think this battlecruiser will get cleaned up. I think, yep, that battlecruiser ends up going down. I think this one carrier is going to be cleared out. There we go. Finally, Raynor has triumphed over Amon. We all have our co-op moments, and this one is Neometal's moment over here. So we're basically done Chain of Ascension in 16 minutes. As you can tell, it was a really good run. He's a fantastic player. He's also a level 1000 Ascension player. So we're done the mission, and he sends his Dahaka towards the Slain Elemental. Now, on Chain of Ascension, if the Slain Elemental has spawned and you finish the mission, you will get the bonus experience regardless of whether you kill the Elemental, which is what I was talking about here. But Neometal has other ideas. He wants to slap it, and he does get caught by Slain Elemental's Cocoon ability. So he decides to spawn his 3 Greater Primal Worms, and those ones also get caught by the Slain Elemental. And the rest is left for history. The chat, I think, pretty much signifies my thoughts on that matter.